Hi, welcome to Chatterbox Expresso. As you can see, we're ready for Christmas.
It is the season. So that actually brings us to our topic today. It is going to be Christmas traditions.
Yeah, we had a request for this one to talk about. I mean, it was my mom, but it's fine.
Well, technically, a boyfriend. My boyfriend did too. So
Oh, did
two
he?
people requested it. Two. I like
People,
Christmas traditions too. What's
me
your
too.
favorite Christmas tradition?
I think you put this on your Copes Crafts page.
I did.
And I would definitely have to say, like, I mean, I feel like in my house personally, it's probably not as big as a big of a deal because I am married to a Jewish man who is just now starting to get into Christmas because I celebrate it and um I told him anytime he wants to teach our son the Jewish traditions too. He hasn't done it yet, so it's not like I keep that from him. And then one's too little to do it. If anything, he undecorates my tree.
Hey, that's my cats.
like like my tree is like I don't know, like the bottom section is just green and lights. And then the top is like where all the decorations are. It's like my tree is like naked on the bottom. And then yeah, and then Sora's 13. So he does it, but he doesn't want to. But it's
Yeah.
a but decorating the tree was always a big deal. Like mom made sure we were all down together to decorate the tree, whether we fought or didn't fight or, usually that was a time we didn't fight though, because she made sure I kind of do it now. Like I'm like her in my house, but I'm like, oh, this one's yours, like
Yeah.
that's how mom was like, oh, this one was for Miranda and here's your sister and stuff. So, but, and actually this weekend we're supposed to go to her house to, do that. She's getting her tree and we're gonna decorate it. It's
Now, does
hard
she get
now
real
though.
trees?
She does now. We didn't
She
growing up.
used to always have. Oh, because your sister's allergic, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I
Plus,
remember.
I don't think you could get what you can get up here real wise, to be honest.
That's very true. Very true. And
That's
they're like super expensive here too, like $70 for really crappy ones. And you're like, I'll stick to my fake one. So my tree, it's a not a pre-lit. Like we do our own lights because
yeah.
I feel like that's
I
part of
prefer
decorating.
yeah. I prefer to do it myself. I
Yeah,
definitely
me
got
too.
that from my parents because we
Yeah.
always did our own lights. Even though it
I
takes my
think
dad like 2 weeks to put lights on the tree. But if
I
we're
think
if we're supposed to
sorry.
decorate it this weekend, mom must be doing it this year.
So we my daughter helped me and my boyfriend actually put the lights on. They were kind of really bright if you were like up close, so my son couldn't help because he has sensory issues. But um, of course, the flashing little thing on top doesn't help.
Oh, that's funny
It's
because I have the
that,
same tree topper.
I think that's why we got it.
You got it because I had it.
Yeah.
I that was what I try to do things differently than how Sora and I had it younger, like his younger years. I mean, it was my 20s, but yeah, that was one thing. So when we ended up having our own place 2 years ago, and that was the first Christmas since no, wait, second Christmas technically since the divorce, since you know, Sora and I had to start over. So that year we lived with my mom, but the next year we had our own, and I actually hated that tree. I was like, it's so little, but it's the only thing that fits in my apartment. Like
Hmm.
I complained about it. I was like, it's not that much taller than me, and I'm short. It was like I think technically it was like a 6 foot tree, but like, if I still had that tree now, that wouldn't really be a full tree for Sora because he's like 5'10" and a half.
He's still a kid.
So we have I think our tree's like 7, maybe. I mean, my ceilings are still not super tall, so I think an 8-foot tree is a good sized tree though. For like, I don't have that yet,
I
but
don't know how tall our tree is.
I
I
think
know I
my
have to fold the top over for the light to
yeah to
like
put
hold
the
it
thing.
better.
So do you have like a fan in your tree? Is that what that thing is?
Oh, no, that is a dog bandana that I decorated my we call it my Deacon's Bench just because that's a place that was in New York called Deacon's Bench. It was a restaurant, but um, I put a Christmas town on the top. You
Yeah, I
can't
see it.
see it.
No, I can. I can.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was really proud of it, but that's the only place I could put it without my cats destroying it. So, what was your question? Oh yeah, I have the bandana where the I had the bandana originally where the truck was, so I moved it over
Oh,
here
okay.
just for now until I decorate it. We only have the lights on. We didn't decorate the tree because
I
I
mean,
wanted to test
we
it out.
have gremlin toys in our tree, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Back to James. We even have an ornament that is I got it. I think I got it last year. It's the Hallmark that they sell at Walmart.
Mhm.
I bought him a Gremlins VHS ornament.
That's kind of cute. It was just like a VHS tape of it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like it
Well,
looks like the
yeah,
box.
but it's definitely a Christmas movie if they have an ornament, Miranda. Okay.
Yeah. Gremlins go in our tree.
I so back to traditions because I know I'm
I
we'll be
think
off topic.
everybody's tradition is different. Like,
I
um,
want to hear everybody's. I like to we like to drive and look at lights on Christmas Eve, and then we also like to watch a movie on Christmas Eve. But
yeah.
what we try to do is go once it starts to get dark, go look at some lights, and then we'll get back home and open a present, which is usually pajamas and a movie and popcorn and hot chocolate. And then we'll get that together and watch a movie and then
We
go
had
to
our
bed.
own tradition growing up. We always had a sleepover on Christmas Day, remember?
Hmm.
It was like,
Yeah, when you knocked over my Christmas tree that one year, our $10 tree.
first of all, that was New Year's.
It was. I remember.
Is your
Oh,
mom
that
gonna
was good.
watch this? So this tree was a little on the browner side.
It was a little on the
And then
yeah, it was
there was that other
$10.
year where you had the big tree, but it was like a weeping willow. Do you remember that one?
I don't remember that, no. I have a
No?
weeping willow in my backyard.
This was like a tiny weeping willow because it was in your house. But I
I
just
don't think
remember
that
it
was a
being,
tree. I think that was, like, actually, like, a I mean, like, not a Christmas tree, but, like, actually a tree.
I'm pretty sure you
Like
had
a
lights and
potted
ornaments on it.
plant. I
I
could
don't
see
think
my
it
mom doing that, though, putting
was.
I mean, couldn't you see
I
wouldn't you
think
decorate your
what?
trees in your house? Wouldn't you decorate them? Your plants? Put some lights on them?
I mean, I'm sure people do. Uh what's I don't know. I was like, so yeah, we like to, and then of course my parents. It's to the point that I remember being like 13, and I think I was actually with 13 or 14. I can't remember, but okay, wait, I would have been 14. So I was with Sora's father, and I remember he was over at our house for Christmas Eve, and mom's getting ready to like give us our Christmas Eve presents where we always open one. And I
Mhm.
was just, if I was 14, Ashley was probably like 10, 11, and then Courtney would have been like, I don't know, 7 or 8. I don't know. Anyway, I just remember whispering to him, like, it's a pair of pajamas. And he was like, what? And I was like, it's pajamas. She gives us pajamas every Christmas Eve. Sure enough. So now it's like last year, mom didn't even want to do the pajamas. And we were like, what? What?
It's funny how, like, growing up, you really don't like to get clothes
Mhm.
or pajamas and stuff like that. You'd rather open the electronics and the fun stuff, but then,
Right.
like, as you get older, you're like, "Woohoo, clothes!" Or like, "Oh my gosh, finally I got some new socks.
Yeah.
Dang, my toe is starting to poke out, so yeah, I got new socks," it's funny. When you're a kid, you don't care.
It's true though. It's like Christmas story. They're opening their presents and they get clothes and they look at each other and then they're like,
Tristan, my mom last year, it was so funny. She put for his clothes, she got a big box and like probably like an air fryer box, like a big box. So he thought
Hmm.
it was something else. And then when he opened it, it was just all clothes. So he was like, oh. He even picked it out because he didn't want the clothes, right? So it was really
Dude.
funny that that happened.
Yeah, my parents have. I remember I always say this was a Christmas Story moment because that's literally how the movie went. It was the year, it was the Christmas of the year I was 13. I know this because that same Christmas I got um an Iron Maiden the Trooper t-shirt from my dad from Christmas. And then we were
Mhm.
just sitting there and they were like, "Did you get everything you asked for?" And I was like, "I guess." And there was just one big box unopened but no name on it, and it ended up being my TV, which then that was a huge deal. It had a VHS and a DVD player built into it. Like,
I remember those.
yeah, like that was a big deal then. So I just remember thinking like, and that was the year I got my flight jacket. That was like super in that year.
Oh my gosh, I remember those.
Yeah. So my parents are Christmas is I can't really think of a time I didn't like enjoy Christmas. I think I remember just the last week. I mean, Christmas we usually stuck to our traditions pretty much the same. But every couple years we did something different, and then we would do that for a couple years.
Hmm.
Like we did the Christmas lights thing. We used to go to the ocean front. I won't say where.
Yeah, do you know, were those free back then or did you have to pay?
No, you had to pay, but you only had to pay like your car. It was
Yeah,
when
because you have to pay now, and they gave us a discount for Selena's school, and
mm-hmm.
it ain't worth it. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could just drive around the neighborhoods and see the lights.
It was like $20 back then though. I remember it got bought
I
by
don't know how much
I
it
think
is
Chick-fil-A
now.
bought it.
I like Chick-fil-A.
Not a
Dag
tradition.
on them. Dag on them.
um but yeah, so we had yeah, but our it was fun. I like I don't know. Right now I can't I don't really have like a full tradition right now because we're kind of starting over with the fact that I now have a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
Um, and I've explained to Sora the rules of that. I won't say that, just just because you're growing up, that Christmas is now a teenager Christmas for you. You always got to give your little brother the happy Christmas of, you know, believing in
Yeah.
the magic of Christmas. We'll just say that. I don't know who's gonna watch, but
You're ruining it for everybody.
people are gonna watch this and be like, "It's not real."
Well, magic.
That's what I just said. The magic. No matching PJs for me this year. I've ruined Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you did. That's
It's funny. So that's all you guys did? You just went and looked at Christmas lights?
I was just saying random traditions. We were just talking traditions. Um, my first year like single, like after I was separated and everything, we started to do lasagna because Tristan loved Garfield.
Lasagna?
So,
What did you
mhm,
say?
and lasagna. We would make a lasagna on Christmas. I can't remember. It was either I think it was Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day. Obviously, we usually went places, but Christmas Eve I would make a lasagna. Probably not going to do that this year because I can't have tomatoes, so
I feel
hurts
that.
my stomach.
Um, I actually, I won't say her name, but there's someone that might give you, it's a chicken lasagna. It's amazing.
A
So
recipe?
it's a recipe for it's
You'll
chicken.
have to message me that.
Yeah, it's so good. And it's still lasagna noodles and it's got some ricotta in it. It's just I mean, it's lasagna. It's gonna be heavy either way, but
Yeah.
this one takes chicken and it's more of a white. Lasagna is very good.
Alfredo. Because you could do Alfredo. I have like those Stouffer things. They'll have like veggie lasagna too, and I think it's usually a white base, but because it's Alfredo cream and like a cheese cream
Mm.
instead of a tomato sauce.
Next subject, food. Oh, that's funny. I could talk about that. Sounds bad, but I'm not like I've come a long way in my cooking. How old am I?
Yeah.
33. Yeah.
So before Stefan like met me, he didn't cook, and he cooks every day now, pretty much. So his mom does not like that because he didn't cook there, and he cooks really well. So it's kind of funny because it's really funny. But
James James cooks with me. Like if I need him to help me shred some cheese or cut something up for me, he'll do that. Or if I'm cooking hamburger, he'll
mhm,
help me with that. Because that hurts my wrist. I'm like, Carpetano.
yeah,
um,
yeah. Stefan, I think has to. I think he takes over cooking because I forget stuff. So
how does this have anything to do with traditions? We're so bad at staying on
it
topic.
doesn't. Oh my gosh! Right. So traditions. So back to our tradition.
How much time we got? It hasn't cut us off yet.
What time? What does your phone say?
Oops, I forgot to record our time.
Oh,
It's fine. Don't give us a warning. It's all good. It'll be a two-parter because we don't know
we
how
can
long.
edit it. Yeah, we can edit it. That's okay. Just so back to traditions. So I want to I want to try to start a new tradition. Like I don't really know many different ones. Like something that
Here, let's hold on. Let's
have to they'll have to comment like their special family traditions that people do so we can like maybe start our own.
hold on. She can't hear you.
Who is it?
Your call has been Oh, that's to an so automated rude. Guess we're not talking about her tradition.
Who was it?
My mom.
I had a feeling. She does work from home.
What are you talking about? It's a day off we're making though.
I know, but I'm just saying maybe she had to do something.
Probably she's shopping. It's that time of year.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. She probably is, and she's probably shopping for you, and she's like, that freaking idiot knows.
I need clothes. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need clothes. I don't. Um,
I could use clothes.
you can have mine. Um, traditions. I I knew it was a long time ago. There was a guy that used to tell me he used to go ice fishing every Christmas, and I was like, it's not really that cold anymore. Can't do that. Global warming. Ice
Where
fishing's fun though.
where I've never been. So have you?
Yep.
I'm assuming you have. I remember when we went. Oh, I know it has nothing to do with Christmas traditions, but it has stuff to do with snow, and snow is definitely Christmas related.
When
So
we got
when
those
we went,
marks.
what?
When we fell through the snow at my grandma's and we were walking through it, and then we had like ice chafing across our bellies and legs. Do you remember that?
Oh, I
That
do
was
remember
rough.
falling
It
through.
was like,
I was
ah,
gonna, I was gonna say when we went sleigh riding, like on the with the Huskies, like this, they pulled us on a sleigh in Lake Placid.
I don't know what you're talking about. We did
Well,
that
I
one.
have pictures, so I know it's real.
We used to do uh they had I don't know if you got to do it, but they have this big like slide, and it goes in over the lake, but it's for when the lake's frozen that you can do tobogganing, which I feel like Christmas it's not quite frozen enough yet. You need like the end of January, like the real winter time.
Mhm.
I mean,
No, I didn't do that.
that's why it's so bright outside. There's snow.
Oh, yeah, it's just bright here because I have the lights on. I didn't snow here. I don't like snow.
I love snow.
I don't like to clean or to shovel snow. Let me rephrase. I'm very klutzy. So, you know those videos where you see the people sliding and they're like, yeah, that would be me.
Oh shoot, that's funny. Um, remember there was a few years there where my parents used to have a Christmas party every Christmas Eve. Do you
I do
remember that?
remember that. And my mom would always make that shrimp cream cheese
Mm,
cracker thing every year for it.
that's a good tradition. We'll just talk about that kind of food. Mom used to make those for those parties. She used to make those little like sandwiches. They were like a Pampered Chef recipe. They were so
Mm.
good. They were like I think the buns that she used from were like maybe Hawaiian bread, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But it was just like they had some type of oil on them
Mhm.
and it was just really good. I just remember and I don't remember the last time she makes them. She loves to make and I've had friends ask me to get that recipe from her and I'm like, "Oh, her pinwheels. We always prefer I think we preferred the cranberry ones. She made I remember if it was last year or the year before. I think it was last year. She made blueberry pinwheels and she made she did like an orange one, which I wasn't fond of the orange one, but
Are these cookies?
no, these are cream cheese uh in a croissant.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you haven't had these, you really gotta ask mom for the recipe because that's like a tradition. She usually makes it the morning of Thanksgiving, and then she makes it like the morning of either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, depending on which day we're there, you know.
Mhm.
Or sometimes both, because like I might be able to go one day and my sister might go the other day. We're usually
Mhm.
always together Christmas Day. That
That's what we try to do too.
yeah. And that takes so long. Like
Yeah. At
we're
least you guys are all in the same state now.
yeah.
Like my brother doesn't live in the same state, so I don't know how if we're gonna like even be able to do Christmas. I know my sister's gonna come over because she works Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but she's gonna come over and celebrate like with my family and the kids and stuff, like my parents, I mean. So that way
We're
we
doing
can
our
do them.
Christmas different this year, so it probably won't take as long. We're trying to save it's just a tough year. Groceries are expensive. So
Mhm.
we're still trying to have a Christmas together, but excluding the children, the rule was that everybody's to buy a gift for my boys because they're children, you know. And I don't know, maybe we'll include the dogs in the children thing. I don't know. We usually include our dogs in Christmas.
We do too.
Um
It's
it
Santa
ha-
Claus.
it hasn't been like a big conversation. Now everybody can do whatever they want at home with their boyfriend or um like obviously James and I will have a Christmas at home with our kids, you know,
Right.
or try to. um this year we're doing it differently. I'm having Christmas dinner at my house, but I'm inviting James's family to come eat over at our house. So we got a ham in the freezer right now. I won't say like it's fine until I cook it, you know. I'll take it
Do they
out.
eat ham?
I mean, they did last year when they came over for a dinner. Oh, speak of Queen of the World. She
Oh
just
no, you're old like me. I saw you.
with my
Yeah.
glasses.
When I hit 30, I was starting to, oh no. Yeah. And it sucks because then I would be like,
But
Mom, I'm so
sometimes am I
sorry.
doing it out of an attitude or am I or can I really not see it? Like, no, I really couldn't see it, but we'll just
Uh-huh.
um She's in a meeting, that's why she didn't answer. Anyway, but yeah, I guess I mean I have there's just a lot of us. Christmas Day usually takes a long time, but yeah, this year we're gonna um change how we do Christmas, and we filled out Secret Santa. It won't really be Secret Santa, it's just everybody's getting a person to buy Christmas presents for.
That's
Um
cool.
yeah, so we filled out a questionnaire. Um
And this is for your family?
this is for my family.
Okay.
Now I did one for work too,
That's what I
because
was asking because
we do it
I
at
got
work.
confused. I got confused and I wasn't sure if that was because I remember you saying you don't like tea.
I don't like tea.
We don't like tea. We like coffee.
I like coffee.
It's I think that's so fun. So back to your tradition, your Christmas stuff. Sorry.
There was a lot of up and down, like mom's like, I think everybody should have $100 limit. And I was like, wait, if every one person who picks a person is $100, that means James and I are spending $200.
Yeah.
My sister and her boyfriend are spending $200. You guys are spending $200. And she was just like, oh, right, I don't want to do that. She's like, okay, what do you think? $50 limit? And I was like, yeah, that's better. So, which you can get something nice for fifth 50 $50. Hold on, I just gotta do something real quick. But yeah, so that's a we're switching that tradition this year of how we buy presents for each other. I mean, last year we started opening presents at like 8 a.m. and we were on the very last present when James had to leave for work at 2 p.m. So we were opening presents for a lot of hours.
Yeah. Well, you
But
also had a baby too.
yeah, but it's also well, that's just how it was like the last couple years. But it also has a lot to do with the way that my family does Christmas, one
Me too.
person at a time.
Yeah,
Uh,
us too.
we gotta watch them open their present. Like, I don't want you to watch me open my present.
That's how I see. Okay, so I have a huge phobia opening stuff in front of people now because I feel like my reaction has to be perfect and I don't want them to think that I don't like something because I'm overreacting. So they're like, oh, well, she doesn't like it and she's just making it seem like she likes. I anxiety. Okay, it sucks. It's stupid for no reason. So Stefan's family opens all at the same time. So I'm like, woo, yes. Like no one has to watch me or I would not be able to open my presents because I
Right.
don't like it. Um, but then my family one at a time like that. So you'd think that you would be used to it because people watch you open presents, but I feel like that made me more anxious because people watch.
See, is it because they want to take pictures? Like to them, they got you a really nice gift. They gotta make
Yeah.
sure that they get your, you know, and I get that in the sense of some of the stuff I've got my mom like the year I bought her that blanket with my
Hmm.
Nana all over it. Like, I don't think anyone knew what I got except for James, maybe. I did tell people like my sisters I had picked my dad's photo, so I don't even know if he knew. However, I told my sisters, send me your best picture with Nana. I want to use it um on a gift idea I had for my mom, and they were like, okay, cool. So they said, and I just wanted to make sure that they didn't see their face on something that I picked and then they get mad that they
Right.
don't like that picture. Um which I understand. So I wanted them. I was like, just everything else I picked. It was like a picture of Sora and Nana, me and Nana. I knew mom wouldn't care whatever picture I picked for her. I think I used the one that she put on Facebook, so I'm gonna assume that she was fine with it. My dad's was the silly one that he just was posing in the background
Oh.
with her. Um, but yeah, like that. So when she opened that, I did record her. Like I wanted to, and she cried. So
You sent it to me and I was bawling my eyes out. Yeah, I remember.
um last year I got her one of those crystal picture, and it was my sisters and I, and that made her cry. So I don't know. I was like, we're doing it differently this year. So let's see. If I get my mom, I'm gonna be like, dang it, pressure's on. Now I gotta think of another way to make her cry.
Right,
Gotta
right.
up last year's.
When
But
do you pick your Secret Santa? Probably this weekend when you go to decorate the tree.
I think she said this weekend, yeah. Which I don't even know if my dad's out of town, so I don't know what day he comes back. Maybe tomorrow or this is one of my favorite Christmas songs.
I'm glad you like it. I like
It's
so
this
my kids.
version. It's this version.
Hold on, I gotta look to see who it is then.
It's Bing Crosby.
Yes, it is.
I know. I watch the movie every year. Tradition.
What movie?
It's called White Christmas.
It's a movie?
It's
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
I see. I should have talked about that on that other video. White Christmas. It's the one with the girls. You know, have you ever heard my mom? Oh, have you ever heard my mom sing "Sisters, Sisters"? That one? No. Oh
It's
well.
funny because the sister, that was the theme song for Sister Sister. So if she sang it, I was probably just thinking she was singing that.
No. White Christmas. It used to be on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix still. It's an old one. It's during like World War II, I think.
Mm.
Um, it's a very good movie. They go
There,
like
is it sad?
no,
Okay, then I'll watch it.
it's not. It's long. I will tell you that. It's a really long movie. You need time to sit, but it's one of the
Oh,
older ones.
I like. See, that's like some of the old ones were really good though.
Yeah, they are. They a lot of it has to do with thinking of that time of being. I think anybody that watches anything old, you think of. I watched like I did or watched that with my grandma. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, watching White Christmas. It doesn't matter if I watch it. There's been times I watched it like 3 times in December because I watched it at home. Oh, I went to my mom's house and she's watching it. Better watch it. It's a good one. I love that movie. Um,
There is a lot of good ones. I
the-
like see, and it's funny because I feel like I've watched like the newer ones, like Elf. Like I've watched those, and obviously every single one of the Grinches because you can't not watch the Grinch.
right.
Um,
The new one with the goat. Did
is
you
that
not
the
see?
one with Bennett or whatever?
He's trying to call reindeer and the goat come.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep, I have seen that one. Yeah.
He like follows them all the way to the top. I liked the goat. The fat reindeer was great. I thought he was cute.
Yeah.
He's like,
I
he
think
looks like he swallowed on his family.
I feel like I brought my kids to see that in theaters when it was out, but it was like a few years ago,
It was
like
a few
4.
years ago. I think I was still living the other state I was living. I don't live there
Yeah.
anymore. I guess I could say it, right?
I mean,
No, I still have friends and family
I
there.
also feel like there's also 50 states and how many cities in each state, so it's
Well, I think it's time to wrap this one up. We
okay.
got a couple minutes left. Um, but yeah, so I think this was a pretty good one. We stayed mostly on target. It wasn't bad.
There was a few times and I was like, Christmas traditions,
We're
Christmas
not talking
traditions.
about lasagna.
Hey, that's my tradition.
That's true. You're right. It was.
Gosh.
You're right. I went off by saying, "Hey, you can't have bread. Here's a chicken lasagna."
Well, I mean, you were just trying to help me be able to keep my tradition alive because I can't have tomatoes now. So
I got.
you were just helping.
Thanks. Yeah, no, we did pretty good. I think we did. So, but that wraps this video up. I think, and then we'll figure out. Goodbye. Thanks for watching Chatterbox Expresso.
Bye.